Hey y'all, it's May, and tonight I'm here to show you the April new releases. So if you want to get a good look at what they look like, stay tuned. All right, everybody. So I was cutting all day long, and I got all the add-ons cut on sticker paper, and then the day got away from me, y'all. As you can imagine, it's my birthday. My phone has been Grand Central Station. So, the weekly kits I printed on printer paper and I cut them by hand. So you may see like some little arrows, little areas where like the white is cut. Your stickers won't be that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the add-ons, the deco and journaling, and the plum paper weekly. Okay, those are what I have ready to show you for the kits. Alrighty, so oh, sorry. I was checking my watch. Somebody was trying to notify me again. Okay, so the first kit is called Happy Easter, y'all. And here is the sampler for the plum paper. Here are the washi strips. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? I love the little bunnies in the baskets. I think they're too cute. I just love it. And then the little Easter eggs. Alright, so then here are the full boxes and the functional boxes. So there we go. And then here are the checklist and labels. So here are all the add-ons, guys. We've got all the day strips and all the choices from Moxie Life, the Hourly, the EC Vertical, A5, all the goodies, right? And then we've got, let's see, the EC Vertical pattern and solid labels. And then for the plum and for the Hourly. The Moxie Life and the EC Vertical, they're the exact same size, so they're the same offering. Then here is the thick washi. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. And then here is the thin washi. Okay, so then here is number 7, where you get all the two-tone scripts, the weekend banner, and some deco. Here is your EC Hourly sidebar elements. The Moxie Life sidebar elements. Good Lord, do y'all hear that? They're out there shooting their guns off. Ooh, I don't like living in the South most days. EC Vertical sidebar and elements. And then the plum paper sidebar elements. So then we have the Moxie Life weekly actions. The Moxie Life horizontal individual days and checklist. Then we have the dot circles for the EC Hourly, the Moxie Life and vertical, and EC Vertical, and the plum paper. And the hydrate labels, if I didn't say that. The weekly reflections for Moxie Life. The monthly reflections. The A5 dot squares, upside down. And then the regular size date squares. And then here would be your journaling and deco pages. Let me show you those. Here's going to be your journaling page. Stay in frame. And then here is your deco. Isn't it cute? I just love it. And even though this wasn't my gnome kit, it had gnomes. I mean, how can you say no to that? You know what I mean? I just love it. And I love how there's all these little Easter elements on the 3-tier. I don't even know what you call that. But I think it's cool. Alright, so that's Happy Easter, y'all. And since I'm from the South, I am allowed to name my kid anything I want to, including y'all. So, okay. Well, while we're at it, let's go ahead and explain the deco, what's going on here. Everybody knows the deco was this size sheet. So, it now has to be this size. Yes, it's a bit of a difference, but if you look, the deco themselves are not that much smaller. What it is Cricut has very defined space of where you can do your print and cut, and I could only fit 4 of these on a sheet in Cricut, and I'm losing about that much sticker paper, which is not cool. So I can get I can get 9 to a sheet in Cricut. I know that sounds way different, but it's the backing card size is what the difference is. And if I went square, for some reason that made a difference. So these are now the standard size of a business card versus the 3.5 by 4.5. So I just wanted to show you really only losing 1/4 of an inch all the way around on your freebie. That's it. So here is the freebie for Happy Easter, y'all. Isn't that cute? You get your little gnomes, you got the little tear, you got your little eggs lined up to say Easter, little pastel eggs in a bird's nest, the bunny, his carrots, the ducky or chick, little spring bunny, and the baby lamb, and the little plaid peep. I think it's cute. Alright, so as you could see from the freebie, the next kit is sunflowers. I had a request to do some sunflowers, so the name of this kit is Rustic Sunflowers. So let me go ahead and show you. This is the freebie. Alright, let's get the star of the show out here. So, here is the sampler. I think it's super pretty. And then here is the washi. Here are the full boxes and functional boxes. And then here are the checklists and labels. And the reason I like this, not only because it's sunflowers, because y'all, I'm a sunflower freak. I really like them. I like it because April is Earth Day. And if you didn't want to have like a very Earth Day themed kit, I think the very earthy tones in this kit work great for Earth Day. So the mustard yellow is the main kit color. So it's the color of your day strips and headers. Then here are your patterned and solid label boxes, and labels. This is the thick washi. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? Y'all, on some of these pages, it almost has like a 3D effect. I mean, it's really pretty. Here is the thin washi. Then here is your two-tone scripts and deco with your weekend. Here's the Moxie Life sidebar elements, the plum paper sidebar elements, the hourly sidebar elements, and the EC vertical. Then we have the Moxie Life weekly actions, the Moxie Life horizontal individual days and checklist. And then we have the EC vertical, hourly, and plum paper, hydrate, and dot circles. Then you have your, Moxie Life monthly reflections, the weekly reflections, the A5 date squares, the regular size date squares, and then here is the journaling and deco page. Let me get that out the way. Here is the journaling page. Isn't that pretty? I'm in love. And then here is your deco sheet. And I love the honeybees on here. I love the vintage camera, especially the boots. The boots, that's what sold me. Because the digital papers that I picked out didn't have any clip art, so I went and found clip art that would go really well with the kit. And I think, honestly, I nailed it. So, that's Rustic Sunflowers. Alrighty, so let's get the next kit. Next kit is our gnome kit, and it's called Nobody Like You. And here is our sampler page. He's just a happy guy. And I love this freaking snail. And there was another little element in here. It's the frog. The frog is what sold me, y'all. I had to have the frog. Here is the washi strips. And the reason I like this gnome kit is because I think it's great for spring with the flowers in the gnome. Mother's Day because he's holding flowers. Valentine's Day. Birthday, because he's got a little present and a little balloon. And I love that snail, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I love that snail. Look at the little frogs on there. If y'all can't see them, look at that. Look at the little frogs. Oh, I love them. And then here's the checklist and labels. Alrighty, so let's get on through. Here is the whole stack of your day strips. This peachy color is going to be the main star of the show. Then you have your EC Hourly, Plum, and Moxie Life labels that are patterned and solid. Here is the thick washi. Super cute. I like it. Here is the thin washi. And it's even got little boho rainbows in it. I just think it's so cute. Here is the two-tone scripts, the weekend banner, and the icons. Here is the EC vertical sidebar, the hourly sidebar, the plum paper sidebar, and the Moxie Life sidebar elements. Then we have the Moxie Life weekly actions, the horizontal Moxie Life, and then we have our hydrate and dot circles in all 3 choices, or 4 choices. Monthly reflections with the boho rainbows, weekly reflections, A5 date squares, and the regular size date squares. And then here is our deco and journaling page. Here is the deco sheet. I mean the journaling page sheet. And here is the deco. Isn't it cute? I just love it. It reminded me when I was a kid. These would be the types of picture books I liked. You know what I mean? Like this style of whimsical drawing. But that frog, y'all. I'm telling you, that little frog. I don't know what it is. I think it's adorable. So anyway, the name of this kit was Nobody Like You. And let me go ahead and show you what the freebie looks like for that. It's this adorable little sheet. You get your little boho rainbow. You get a little scripts, a little phrase that says, "You know I love you, my one and only." And then you get the little flowers, the butterflies, the little snail, and all of the little gnomes. So I think it was really, really cute. Okay, so the next one is called Fresh Berry. Berry Fresh, I'm sorry. Very fresh. Okay, so here is your weekly sampler. And look, it even has a little gnome on the tier. Oh my gosh. But this time of year, I think of strawberries. And I love this washi because it looks like the actual strawberry with the seeds. So there's the washi strips. Here are the full boxes. And I love the freaking clothespins. Y'all, I have magnets on my refrigerator that look like those. I really do. That's the sad thing. And my mom had an actual tea pitcher that looked like that, except it had apples instead of strawberries. Okay, so we have the vertical hourly labels and checklists. And then the main star for this kit was the red color. So here are all the day strips. Then we have the solid and patterned labels for the EC Vertical and Moxie Life, the plum paper, and the hourly. And this is your thick washi. Isn't it cute, y'all? I just love it. Here is the thin washi. I love the little strawberry flowers. I love them. Then here is your two-tone scripts, your weekend banner, and deco. Then we have the EC Vertical sidebar, the hourly sidebar, the plum paper sidebar, and the Moxie Life sidebar. Do y'all have places in y'all's area where you go and you get your strawberry pick and they give you the little bucket to put it in? I used to love doing that in Virginia when I was little. Here are the weekly actions for Moxie Life. Moxie Life horizontal checklists and labels. Then we have our hydrate and dot circles. Ooh. Then we have the monthly reflections. And then we have the weekly reflections. And the A5 dot squares. Date squares. And then the regular date squares. Okay, so the deco and journaling page for this kit is right here. Super cute. I love the colander. I just love it. And then here is your deco sheet. And again, you got a little gnome. Can't go wrong. Alrighty. So the freebie sheet for that one is this. You get the little strawberry teapot. You get the little jam. You get the 3-tier shelf with all the goodies. The colander, the little gnome, and some strawberries and the strawberry bucket. So I think it's super, super cute. Okay, and last but not least is I had to replace a kit that was going to be in the shop. I had found religious papers for Easter, and I was super stoked. I had a freebie made, everything, and it did not play well with the smaller planners like the Hobonichi and the A5 Compact Vertical and the A5 Daily Duo. So if it doesn't play nice across the board, then I don't use a kit. However, the graphics and the deco that I had found for that religious kit, I'm going to put into a scripture writing kit. So that way it can still be used, because some of the people got the freebie just because I wanted to include it, because they had asked about a faith kit, and I wanted them to see that I am on the hunt for some artwork that'll work in all the planners. But for this release, it just wouldn't work in the smaller planners. So that's coming later in a scripture writing kit. However, this is the replacement, and it's called Wildflowers, and I think it's really, really pretty for spring. I love the soft pastel colors. The quote in here says, "You belong among the wildflowers." And I love the artwork in it. I just think it's super, super pretty. I think it's super soft, pastel, really nice for spring, and you can't go wrong with this kind of deco. I mean, it's so pretty. I love the light bulb with the flowers in it. I love the moon, the crystal. I think it's all beautiful. But that birdcage, y'all, hello. And then here are the hourly labels and checklists. So let's go through all of the add-ons really quickly. Okay. So the main star of this show is going to be this pretty pastel blue. It was literally the darkest color, and it does show up in person. It probably isn't on film, but I promise you, you can easily see your numbers and everything. Don't worry that it's a soft pastel color. It will show up on your kit, I promise. Here are your solids and patterned labels. And then here is the thick washi. Oh, look how pretty. Super pretty. Here is the thin washi. Then your two-tone scripts, deco, and weekend banner. EC vertical, hourly, plum, and Moxie Life sidebar elements, with the light bulb as the star of that show. The weekly actions for Moxie Life, the Moxie Life horizontal, are hydrate and dot circles. The monthly reflections, so pretty. I just love it. Weekly reflections. Then our A5 date squares, our regular size date squares. And last but not least is the deco and journaling page. And here is the deco sheets. I mean the journaling page. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just love it. I think it's so pretty. And then here is your deco sheets. I'm telling you guys, I think I have to have a deco sheet for every single kit. I love them. And then the freebie for this one is this right here. So you get the birdcage, the flowers, you get the light bulb, you get the saucer and cup, the crystal, the regular flowers, and the moon, and of course that butterfly. I mean, you get a good bit of stickers, even though it's shrunk down to the size of a business card. But I have another little freebie that I'll be throwing in as well. So whenever you make a purchase, any kit you purchase, you get the matching deco for the free as a freebie. And then I have another freebie that's going to be going in with it as well. So I hope you guys like the choices I made for spring, for April. I tried to think about Earth Day. I tried to think about, Easter. I just really tried to think about, the pastel colors, the whole 9 yards. So I'm hoping that you guys like it, and let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below. And y'all have a nice evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye!